Let's see who we have at the table for round 4. And looky there, a familiar face. Kevin is back with Festival Lead. Of course, we've seen that the last 2 rounds. And you know what? We got the story playing here. What an awesome deck to be seeing yet another round of an interesting deck. And then on the left-hand side, we have Daniel with the Raging Bolt deck. And here we go, folks. I believe both these players at 3-0 in our round of 4. So we'll see how this one plays out. Again, thank you for joining us here at Impact Gaming Center Tuesday night. We love having you here on Twitch, and we'll see you every Tuesday night about 6 o'clock. All right, so let's bring up Kevin's deck here so we can have it on board. And then it looks like Kevin does mulligan. And so Daniel will start with an extra card. Not sure who won the flip there at the beginning, so we will see that here in just a moment. All right. So Raging Bolt, one of the bigger decks in the meta right now. It seems like a lot of folks are trusting in Raging Bolt to take them to the finals in a lot of tournaments across the board. And we'll see how Daniel's Raging Bolt does here during this matchup. And looky there, it looks like Kevin does mulligan for a second time. And that's not necessarily what you want to see, especially giving your opponent 2 extra cards on their side of the board. But either way, Kevin, the last 2 rounds, he's been able to set up pretty quick. So we'll see if these 2 will come back to bite him here. But yeah, what a man! These 4 rounds it went by so fast. Of course, the best of 1 we do here on Tuesday nights, and I do like the best of 1s. You know, it makes the day move along a little bit quicker, makes you get to see some more matchups, you know, things like that. But oh man, did Kevin, he mulliganed again, 3 in a row. All right, Kevin. I hate when that happens. You know it's never a good time when you keep mulligan. I think one time at the table, and I believe, and I could be wrong on this, I would have to check with a judge, but I believe there's a rule for how many mulligans you actually can get. I don't know what the number is there, but I don't believe that it can go on forever. I could be wrong about that, but I believe there is a rule there somewhere in the rule book that states that you can't continue to get a mulligan. I'm actually not entirely sure there. And there's 4 mulligans there. That's funny. I actually want to. I don't have the opportunity to at this moment, but I do want to check the rule book on that. I'm gonna make a note of that and see if I'm gonna see if there is a mulligan Pokemon rule there. All right, let's do that. All right, so Raging Bolt Festival Lead deck. I told Kevin out there. I said, you know, Kevin, I think I may have to go build this deck. This deck, I mean, it just looks fun. Holy smokes, there's a 5th mulligan. Okay, so I almost feel like, all right, hold on a minute. Mulligan rule in Pokemon TCG. Let me see if there's a Pokemon rule there. Let's see here. I don't know. There's no way I don't. Okay, so it seems like a judge can intervene after 8. In a tournament, it says a judge may intervene and draw basic Pokemon from the top of the deck. Okay, it looks like Kevin does get one here, though, so Daniel will go ahead and take his 5 extra cards. Wow, what a start for Daniel with those 5 extra cards in hand. That could, unfortunately, make a big difference in the game. We'll see. We shall see. And here we go, folks. We are off to the races in round number 4 of our Tuesday night tournament. No max, but a judge can intervene for excessive amounts placed in. Okay, gotcha. All right, Birdman, appreciate that. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty much what it looked like. It seemed like about 8 or so, or a judge can eventually just intervene. So yeah, good to know there. And Corey throws in there as well, 7 or 8 before the judge can intervene. Okay, that's what I thought, but you know, I don't want to just throw that out there and be completely wrong. But hey, you know what? For once in my life, I was able to get somewhat correct on that. All right, let's move forward here. Daniel plays down the Rotom there, the fan Rotom. It allows you with the fan call once during your first turn. You may search your deck for three colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less. Reveal them and put them in your hand. So this is a great start for Daniel. This is exactly what he wants. It does appear that Daniel is playing Owls in his deck as well. Noctowl, of course, and Hoot Hoot. Noctowl has Jewel Seeker once during your turn when you play this Pokemon from your hand. To evolve one of your Pokemon, if you have any Terra Pokemon in play, you may search your deck for up to 2 trainer cards, reveal them, and search your deck for, or rather, and put them in your hand. So there you go. He does appear to play a Hoot Hoot down on the board. And that is I believe the triple. No, that is not the triple stab Hoot Hoot. I thought it was there. All right, so Daniel will get his board set up. Has the Raging Bolt. I believe that's the Ancient Raging Bolt on the board. He does get an energy there, and immediately Kevin will put the Stadium down, and Boss's Orders will bring up the Hoot Hoots, and that is the one I believe with the Insomnia ability, which the Pokemon can't be asleep. It does 20 damage with a tackle, but the key thing there is 2 retreat cost on that Hoot Hoot, so that could come into play here for Daniel. All right, so Kevin gets that down, and no way. Is that the game? Holy smokes, folks. Well, there you go.
Bro, if I just had Arvin, bro, it was.
Wow, Kevin had nothing in hand to get him out of that situation, and there you go. I don't know if we can blame the number of mulligans Daniel got to take there or not on that, but obviously that didn't help. But a very, very short round 4 here at Impact Gaming's Tuesday night Pokemon, and there's a kind of a live look at um, our at our featured table. Wow, that is. Hey, you know what? Listen, folks. In Pokemon, it can go either way, and sometimes that just happens. That's just the nature of the beast. Unfortunately, I can't tell you the amount of times that's happened. That's happened to me. But there you go. Daniel takes the win and will go, I believe, 4-0 on the night. So congratulations to Daniel on that with Raging Bolt and Owls. And as a Pokemon player, honestly, you don't want that to happen. You want to play the game. That's the whole point, right? You don't want to have to just end after a couple of turns. That's always a little bit frustrating. I mean, obviously you'll take the win, but it's a little bit frustrating just to not play the game. So that's disappointing for Kevin. But hey, that's just as my grandpa used to tell me, the way the cookie crumbles. So there you go. All right. Well, in the meantime, since we are going to be ending a little bit earlier than originally planned tonight, I do want to again update you on a few things happening here at Impact. Of course, this Saturday, a big Saturday for us, and I've mentioned this a million times. And yeah, Corey the bum, thank you, Corey, for being here. And there that gifted that tier 1 from Birdman. That's awesome. Congratulations, Corey, on the tier 1 sub. But yeah, let's just mention a few things here real quick for you tonight. We are doing that $1,000 plus Pokemon League Cup this coming Saturday, August 16th. Can't believe it's already mid-August. $35. Standard format, 9 a.m. registration, and round start about 10 a.m. on Saturday. So definitely, if you want to get involved there, try to be here, early, maybe a little bit early, not much, but a little bit, so you get in there.